Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome back to Brown Bag Bets, powered by BetSperts. We are your daily dose of quick hit handicapping and sports betting picks. I'm Alex Christensen, and joining me, as always, Mr. Andy Molitor. And happy Kentucky Oaks Day, Andy. The Derby's tomorrow. The Oaks is today. You and I have already bet 2 or 3 races. How many have we had so far?
Yeah, the races started nice and early today, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I found some money in my TVG account. Never a bad thing to happen. So I started betting some of that, and yeah, we have basketball back tonight. I think Alcaraz is just. I think he took a little. I think he took a digger and just needed a quick timeout. Sometimes these medical timeouts, just like after you fall down, you just take a medical timeout to compose your ass. I think that's what happened. I ended up closing some of the streams just so my internet wouldn't be horrible while I'm streaming 5 things at once and doing a show. But tennis rolls on. If Nadal has triple break point after the MTO, so we could be looking at a 3-set classic in the lead up to Roland Garros, which starts in a couple weeks. That'll be fun. Hopefully, we
Well,
can get
what's
the
most
timing
notable
right for
about
some
that?
outrights.
Yeah, I was going to say that what's most notable about that match is the first time Nadal was a dog on clay, and I
A
didn't actually
million
look up when it
years.
happened.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
last time
it's
he was a dog
a
on clay, he
decade.
for sure had long hair. Like he had a ponytail, like as his younger self would. It for sure has been a very long time. Even though the finals that he's lost, it was just upsets. I wonder what the Soderling price was, but yeah, it's gonna be a good day. And he did break, so Rafa up a break, down a set in the second. The gates are being loaded for race 3 here on the turf in beautiful Churchill Downs. I'm excited to bet this for 2 days straight, especially if it's going to be. Hopefully, the weather's bad. I can get away with this. If the weather's nice, I'm going to be expected to go outside tomorrow. I don't want to do that. I just want to bet horses. NBA's back tonight. What say you on the slate? I know a couple people made this bet. What's the case for points tonight?
Look at this Heat Sixers game. This will be game 3 at home. Now, a little bit of the concerns are, Embiid is out. We'll see if they try to play him. But even if he's out, the pace should be up a little bit. Again, they've been pushing the ball more and more. Anytime Embiid's off the floor, the pace, especially at home, goes up about 4 or 5 points, if you will. The Sixers shoot much better at home than they do on the road. It's just a really nice spot for the Sixers overall. And although the Heat have a bunch of questionable players, I think kind of whether those guys are in or not, the Heat are going to happy to be continue to play at kind of a higher pace. Again, the Sixers still looking for a good shooting night. The Heat have been pretty solid, and there's a bunch of questionable spots. I think really that's what it is. I mean, you have a little bit of anchor bias, I think, happening here in the market, just simply because these lines tend to stay very close to the first couple games. And I think what we've seen in the last couple games, honestly, and although the first one went way under, the second one looked kind of the same, but the shooting numbers elevated a little bit. These teams are happy to get up and down the floor a little bit, and the Sixers are going to push late. We saw a bunch of points in the fourth quarter of the last game as they tried to get close there. So I like this. Over 210 looks pretty solid to me. The other game's Phoenix, Dallas. Phoenix is a pick 'em. It's Chris Paul's birthday. I see no reason not to pick Phoenix. I just haven't done it yet. I'm going to see if the line moves around at all. It's been absolutely solid at a pick 'em for the last, day and a half or so, I think, at this point. But we'll see. I mean, I can't come with a reason Phoenix doesn't beat the pants off Dallas again. But at some point, maybe they're not going to shoot 50% from the field. We'll see.
Yeah, they're just good. If you're going to be that good at shooting, they're gonna. It doesn't matter if it's Dallas or the Globetrotters over there. You're going to win games. So I like this one. I'll bet an over. I like a little over. Do you have the race on right now?
I do not.
You can see me looking up at the race. You know who's in first?
Not the first horse.
The one horse is in first, but also the one horse is in second.
Oh,
Because
double what?
there's two one horses, and there's a lot. I mean, we're not even halfway through. A lot of race left. The 8 horses making a little push here. We get back to golf. I My daily stuff has not been great this week. Although, thank you, Kevin Streelman, for putting up a snowman. That helped me get in back into it. I think I'm tied in 2 dailies, down in one. This one I'm going to give out doesn't start till later. I feel like I'm going to cash some at the I'm definitely going to cash a couple at the cut line because I have CT Pan is up by And apparently 8 strokes. Streelman is looking like he's going to be an MC. So I have a couple that are probably going to miss the cut. If the 8 horse wins this, I'm going to be actually pretty mad at him. And it looks like he's going to. Well, there goes all the pick fives. GD 8 horse won. Now I'm mad. I might not even give this pick out. We're calling it a show. I got things to do. Jesus.
Come on, hang in there with me. It's not
Come on,
official
hang in
yet.
there. So
It's not official yet. Maybe they disqualify him.
yeah, I think he bumped him, honestly. Let's get a jockey's thing. Anibal Lahiri over Troy Merritt. It's just another one where I think I used Lahiri in another one. Troy Merritt was one of the guys that I looked at and decided I couldn't use. And in this spot at this price, I'm actually going to fade him based on, again, it's just, hey, let's try to find some people who can find some greens, because the putting is easy here. The putting has been fairly easy, and I think people who are going to be able to find the green in 2 or 3, on depending on the hole one, if it's a par 3, we're going to have a lot of luck here. So Lahiri over Merritt at -115, only bet that hasn't started yet, but yes, Max Homa 45.50 to 1. Depending what you got him at, he is my outright that is 3 off the pace right now behind Jason Day, who I'm just going to say it right now. Jason Day will not win this tournament. I don't give a shit if he goes 63, 65. He's not going to win. It's Jason Day. Luke List is up there. Mackenzie Hughes is up there. This is not a scary leaderboard by any means. So looking for Homa to catch a couple more strokes here. He's got 5 holes left. If he can get up to 8 for the day, I'd be pretty happy with him. And he's my one and done this week too. So let's go, Max. Let's go, Max.
I can dig it. I like it. It's good to have somebody to cheer for in the golf while we're watching the tennis,
Yes.
while watching the horses, because the horses are on TV. So I got to find something to flip back and forth through in between these races. It takes so long to get these stinking horses organized.
I know it. Well, you know what you do if you lose your pick 5 in the 3rd race?
Start another one.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, you put some pick 4s together in the 4th. Like
I can dig it.
You know what you do? You get back on that horse. That's what they say.
That's what you got to do. That's what it's all about. This isn't about winning money. This is about having fun.
All right, I did have a pick 4. I did have a pick 4 that started in the last race that goes 12-8. So I have something live. So if you want to cheer with me, I need the 7 and 8 horse in race 4. Let's go. All right, we're not dead. We're not totally dead yet. Madrid. Speaking of tennis in Spain, another total for you today in Madrid in the WTA as I'm watching the other side of things. God, Rafa is going to take this set. It's an exciting one. Real quick before that, who do you think wins Madrid? Again, on the ladies' side, I think Joker waxes.
It looks like a really nice spot for Jabeur. She's priced right around -200, which is just about where I'd have her, maybe a little less than that, but she's been really spectacular this week. She's had time in between matches to recover. Just a really good spot for her in general. So I think Jabeur is the definitely deserving favorite, but Pegul's got a lot of fight in her. I mean, she really pushes people in matches. I thought about it, maybe even a first set over here as well, but I'll just give you the full match over. The totals right now, it's a really expensive 21 or a regular 21.5. Feel free to play the 21.5 or the 21 if you like, but I looked for a 22. Again, a couple places. Bookmaker lets you do this. Bovada lets you do this. I don't know if Bet Online has a 22. They had a 22.5, but look around. FanDuel definitely lets you do this. Our sponsor, FanDuel, will have this as well. And, anytime it's 21.5, I'm happy to sell up that half game. I don't quite know if this goes 3 sets, but I think there's a good chance. It's honestly something like 7-5, 7-5, at least a 7-5, 6-4. I'm going to look at maybe some tie break props here. Both of these players, real competitors, and push at the end of sets, when they're down. So just going to be a really competitive match. And I had this total. I would have hung a 22 at regular juice. So to get plus money was nice.
Yeah. Anytime you can sell out. Not that you're a sellout, but boy, I'm checking if I bet against Nate Lashley. People are dropping out of this golf tournament every day. Apparently that was an injury for him. It wasn't the Paul Casey. Everyone knows you're not going to play, so he pulls out. All right, it's a holiday. It's a celebration. It's the Oaks. I'm already bitching about horse racing losses. It wouldn't be a horse racing day if I wasn't complaining. But secondarily to only the Sports Equinox, Man Team Horse. I know we'll do this. We'll probably do these sort of things on the Preakness, maybe the Breeders' Cup. Obviously Belmont, maybe even like Pegasus or stuff if there are some other big races. But man, Team Horse is traditionally a Kentucky Derby thing, and we put a couple together a piece because that's the thing. These are hard to do. They're parlays. So if you wanna lead with yours? What do you got? I just
Yeah,
heard
we can
Dan
jump in
changing
here.
minds.
I put together two. Again, went back and listened to the show with you, Drew, and so much on the deep dive. Really nice. And kudos to probably Dan or whoever cut that up and put in a nice little 3-minute video on the YouTube channel where you can just kind of get the picks, if you will. But enjoyed the entire show. And two horses apparently stuck out to him, Messier and Taiba, and I will ride with him as I am today. Now, this is a little bit of Mike, some other people, and some of my stuff. Now, I don't know how to say this person's name, Gaithja. Apparently, he is one of them MMA fighter people. His first name's Justin. Some very sharp people I know like him tonight. He's right around plus 175. And, honestly, as I started to look through things, there wasn't any golfers and matchups that stood out to me. Any of the tennis really was kind of tough because it's all happening right now. There is one tennis player I did get in the second one. That'll be this afternoon. But Gimme Gaither, who I believe fights tomorrow night. Kudos to all the sharp people that told me about that. And the Bucks. I like the Bucks at home. I think it's going to be a nice bounce back spot for them after getting beaten up a little bit in game two. Things if things balance out for both teams, I have the Bucks here by 3 or 4 points, honestly, in a game where it looks like they're favored by 1 or 2. So I'll probably be backing them anyway. But toss the money line in there with Messier, one of the two non-Baffert horses, if you will, and you put them all together, you get 32-1. Felix Auger-Aliassime plays this afternoon. This is an Alexander Zverev fade. He just, as he gets later and later in this tournament, looks a little bit worse every match, and it's just a nice spot for FAA again at a nice underdog price. Put him with the Warriors, who are prohibitive favorites tomorrow night in game 3 at home. I just think the Warriors get it done. Happy to put him in here. And then Taiba. Put them all together, I get 24-1. So those are my men, team, and horses, Andy. And I'll probably be doing some mix-up. Maybe take each horse and sprinkle the other ones in.
Yeah. So I like Taba too, and I'm going to probably use both horses in some stuff. Ooh, Rick Daddy 69 420 says Russell Knox, Red Sox, Brad Cox. If it rhymes, that makes me feel better
I'm
about it
putting
too.
that in.
Yeah,
Done.
I kind of like that too.
Done.
Why not man woman team horse? Well, man implies
I looked at some women, didn't see any that
mankind.
stuck out to me.
Yeah, mankind. It could be womankind too. Stuart Sinks, mini links, and a minx.
Human. Team
He
horse.
just Rick's rhyming today. Fucking spitting hot fire today. I do
Mix. Damn it.
so I do two main ones. When I do one that I pick the horse that I'm going to be betting on the most, usually given to me by Mike. Mike gave us the Derby winner last year. Mike gave me the winner of the Breeders' Cup last year, so he's got a lot to live up to because I cashed some decent tickets on those two. We'll see how long we can keep the streak rolling. But Messier is going to be my main squeeze tomorrow based on what he said. And I put him with some chalky shit today. Just like this is kind of like the joke Rom bet I made last week where I really felt good about the Mavericks based on what everybody, you, Drew, everyone said. So I said, well, I'll pump his odds up. And this is all we're doing with Messier. It's just pumping the odds up a little. So Astros versus Tigers. I like that pitching matchup. Plus, the Tigers are broken mentally right now somehow. That team is their win total is like 77. They're gonna win like 60 games somehow. This is supposed to be a lot better team. That Kelly swears it's based off the game where they bobbled it versus the Twins with 2 errors on the final play of the game to lose from up 1 on what should have been probably the final outs. So Astros over Tigers, and then Tsitsipas over Rublev. Big favorite. Don't love Rublev here as much on the clay. Love Tsitsipas as usual. I might even have a Euro today to celebrate this. So those 3 put together, I forget what it adds up to. I can go look right now. It's a decent payout. I want to say I need to actually pull up the Slack. I put more on this one than I put on the other one. Like the other one, I went a little lighter, but I'm gonna pull it up right here. That one pays.
You got some more favorites in there. It's
22-1.
Saver.
22-1.
I can dig
so.
it.
Oh no, that's God damn it! Now I'm looking at Dan's. Dan is putting stuff together. All right, this one. If this paid 22-1, we'd be happy about it. This pays like 15.5.
Not
plus
bad.
1550. So 50 gets you 781. The other one I went a little lighter on and is a little more of a scary one is fading a couple of shit heels and then taking the unknown horse. Zverev in a big spot. I know he's fine on clay. This isn't Germany though. I like Felix. Felix is live in this spot. Anybody's live versus Zverev to have his brain broken. It's not a huge underdog. And then the Pirates versus the Reds, just based on the fact that the Reds are broken, they're injured, they're sort of tanking, and their pitching is horrible. They've had to go into the bullpen immediately a couple times this week already. Pirates aren't good, but the Reds are 3-22 guys. So Pirates run line is plus 130, and then Crown Pride 25-1. This is I should say this with I'm not going to say this with the most amount of confidence ever. I'm 95% sure this is the foreign horse, the one that we're thinking there's some chatter around the track that this one might be the Lance Armstrong of horses as far as people can't figure out why it's running this fast, and maybe the testing just hasn't caught up to whatever this Crown Pride thing is doing. This is the Japanese. This is a Japanese horse. So it's been over in the UAE racing. It's a foreign horse, 25-1. This one pays a lot. This one pays 160-1.
I was gonna say that one should be nice.
Yeah, so 160-1 on this one. Not a lot of places are going to let you make parlays like this. A lot of legal books will let you parlay anything, which, Christ sakes, it's smart. These don't hit, at a high rate. Let them
Take our
parlay
money.
whatever. Let them parlay whatever you want. Parlay correlated stuff will offer you worse odds. But I ended up placing these at Bovada because they will let you. Back in the day, that was like the go-to. We'll let you parlay anything, guys. You got to parlay. I used to make an 8-leg men's and women's, all 4 tennis slams parlay every year that would never get past, never get past the French. I think I had both Aussies the one year when it was
You did. I remember that.
the cute Danish girl and
Wozniacki,
yeah, I can't remember who the man
probably
that was.
Djokovic.
And then I had the winner of RG in one side because it was just like Raf, I think, and I
Duh.
didn't get the women, so we were 3/8 there, which was close. So
Almost.
but with that, real quick, Joel Embiid has cleared concussion protocol. He better not play though. Like, don't start him.
Please.
If I see him get out there and get hurt, although I do love Mask Embiid, that's scary. Yeah,
I'm
Embiid
gonna
don't.
lose my mind if he gets seriously injured. I'm gonna just I might just you might never ever hear from me again. I'll just be insane. Just call
He
local Philadelphia insane asylums and see if anyone's just been screaming Glenn Rivers' name for the last 3 days.
he's apparently participating in shoot around. So Jesus, guys, Glenn, what are we doing here? All right, let's go. The big chalk favorite 7 and 8, race 4. Good luck with all your bets. Have a great weekend. Hit the thumbs up. Good luck with everything you do in life. And for me, Alex, and producer Dan, we'll catch you Monday.